In court today that he was having suicidal thoughts, and that's why he didn't attend his trial. But he did regret not putting his side across, and he did say that he feels for Charlotte Brown's family and wanted to put an end to the horrible accident and the consequences that continued. Now, today also the court heard that he had travelled to Georgia from Turkey back in March last year and has spent his time learning to ski and dating other women. Now, he will be remanded for at least 3 months in a high maximum security prison called Gladani. Now, that will be before the extradition hearing takes place, which he plans to contest under the European Convention's humanity clause, which means that he thinks that his life is at risk. He said later in a statement through his lawyer that he had phone calls for death threats, that if he came back to the UK in a prison, he would be killed. Now, this process could actually take up to a full 9 months in one of the most hostile environments in this maximum security prison.
OK, well, then just remind us of the background to how we got to this situation.
Well, this all started when Jack Shepherd and Charlotte Brown went on the date on 8th of December 2015. He wined and dined her and then took her out on a speedboat, which unfortunately was going too fast when it hit some branches and overturned on the River Thames near Wandsworth. Now, when Ms. Brown was pulled from the water, she was unresponsive and died a few days later from immersion into cold water. Now, Shepherd did appear at the Old Bailey on the 26th of January, and that was to give a not guilty to manslaughter plea. He was then released on unconditional bail, which is when he left the country. He was then convicted on his absence, and they gave him 6 years for manslaughter. Now, today, obviously, the extradition process will continue, but the Crown Prosecution Service and the police have both said that they will make sure that they use all the legal powers that they can to make sure that Jack Shepherd does face justice.